the world's changed quite dramatically. It's sort of like everybody wants to shoot at F1.2 and blow the backgrounds out and not see things. And then you hear them referring to like making movies and doing things like this is for cinematography, really, like the great directors. Now, most of the great directors, a lot of the great directors used deep focus or F8 or anywhere like that on their films. There's a really good example of this. There's a Stanley Kubrick film called Full Metal Jacket. If you watch through that movie, how much stuff is shot with deep focus, you can see everything. And it is funny today that the world seems to be fixated on really fast apertures and really small, large apertures, and basically blowing backgrounds out and stuff like that. When you start to shoot using F8, F11, and you start to see the whole picture, you'll understand what those, like Steven Spielberg did it for Saving Private Ryan. I think Orson Welles was doing it. He did massive deep focus on Citizen Kane. So, do you know what I mean? And people are trying to make their movies, this cinematography part again, not photography, make their movies look like a Spielberg movie or a Kubrick movie. You really need to you don't need super fast lenses. You need a really good F8. You need to measure. On a film set, they don't use autofocus. They measure from the back, from high to where the actor's going to stand. They bring a stand in, they light it, and then they shoot it. So it's all done with tape measures, or they're not going to use a digital rangefinder, point laser beams at actors. So that's all tape measurement. But also incorporate now, if you've got like f5.6, f8, and you're shooting in that zone, if the actors are moving around, they've got space to still stay in focus, acceptable focus for a shot. It is interesting. It's sort of like, it seems to be one of these things where everybody wants to shoot at really, large apertures and things like that with these videos I see online.